Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe, the Panther the Third. And now introducing to the mic, my co-host for the trip around the world, to the solar system, on top of Candy Mountain, and back down to all the 50 states and all around the country. It's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe?
Not too much. Happy Monday, everybody. What's that?
Yeah, I just want to say a couple things before we start. Prayers out to Louisiana, who's just got the hurricane. We got friends and family out there, so big prayers out. Stay safe.
St. Louis. Also St. Louis.
No, what that was Louisiana. Chris wanted.
And also, they're flooding in the roads in St. Louis. Remember that? Yeah. Ella's there. We want to keep her safe. And don't forget, everybody, we have a nice guest today that was just fresh from being on the NWA first female, all-female pay-per-view. Let's give it a whoa. What's that, Geek?
Empower.
Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome. Who is it, Geek?
To the Russian Dynamite, Masha slamovich.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
What's going on?
Welcome.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. We're honored to have you on here. If our fans are not familiar with you, of course, I don't know why they wouldn't be. Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Masha slamovich, and I hope everybody knows I'm a pro wrestler because I don't know where to start, if not there.
Yeah, you've been everywhere.
Everywhere. So, as I said before the podcast, congratulations on being on the NWA pay-per-view. It's absolute honor to have you on here. Honor and pleasure. So what was like your feeling going into that pay-per-view? Like what was going through your mind?
Well, I was, pretty serious and got straight to work, as soon as I found out about it, getting all the preparations in order. And I pretty much only started feeling the anticipation of it right before I went out to the ring, realizing how big of a moment that was. And it was a big and incredible moment indeed.
So, who's like someone you would love to work with that you have not worked with yet?
Anywhere in the independent scene?
Anywhere.
Well, the world has yet to see myself versus Jamie Hayter, so that's something that needs to happen sooner rather than later.
What about Britt Baker? Is Britt Baker on your list?
That match has yet to occur also, and should.
Definitely.
Another female wrestler that I would love to see you face is Mother Endless.
That's not out of the realm of possibility as well. She is here in New Jersey, I believe, so that's pretty close to me.
Mm-hmm. And also the Red Right Hand. Yes, she's another one that I think you and her would make a really either be a good team or a good face-off, like just a hardcore match, or just because she does a lot of hardcore matches, so you and her would make a good match. I think it'd be a good match.
Well, who knows what's going to happen? 2021 is quite the wild card, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Well, we started a podcast with the Geek, so it's kind of sort of good. Like. All right. Next question, Geek.
So like the match with Layla Hirsch is probably one of my favorite matches that you've ever been a part of. So, what was it like working with her?
It was really awesome because both of us had waited to work each other for far too many years until it actually happened in March at Mission Pro down in Texas. And it's also one of my favorite matches I've participated in this year.
So, like, who trained you?
Well, I'm originally trained by Johnny Rods and also trained by Chigusa Nagayo over in Japan.
Awesome. Awesome. Geek, next question.
Who some of your dream places you have yet to visit?
Well, I definitely Australia and Mexico, England, Germany would be on the very top of that list.
There's a promotion that we always get a lot of wrestlers from in England. They're called CPW, and they look like a really good company. You should keep an eye on them. If you ever think about going to England, they're a good company. And another company called UK Wrestling. They're another good company.
I'll certainly keep those in mind. And like I said just a bit ago, you never know what's going to be next in the works for 2021. So,
yeah.
What's some of your favorite foods?
Sushi, definitely on the top of that list. Korean barbecue, shabu shabu, steak and potatoes, the good old party meal.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, there's another female wrestler that I think you would. And actually, the next show that they're gonna have VPW on Long Island is Karen Bam Bam. She's having an open challenge on September 11th.
Well, unfortunately, I will be at CFU. Oh, wait, no, that's on September 12th. My mistake. My calendar with all of my dates will actually be released within the next couple of days. But either way, I will not be at VPW on September 11th. But myself and Karen Bam Bam have locked horns before several times at different promotions around the Northeast.
I've seen the matches. Their matches are pretty good. So
I was waiting to hear I'll be there. I'll be like, yes, we can give you a sticker. We have stickers.
Unfortunately, I will not be there.
Yeah.
Like, is there any male wrestlers that you would ever want to lock horns with?
Certainly, there's a whole list of them. I can't think of any off the top of my head. When you ask somebody what their favorite movie is and you forget every movie you've ever watched. I forgot every man who ever wrestles on the independent scene right now. But as everybody knows, intergender wrestling is definitely something I love to be a part of and will definitely be a part of more soon, especially if you watch VXS, like the match with myself and Daniel Garcia.
I would love to see a match with you and TJ Crawford. I think that would be something.
I think that would be a good match as well.
There's another wrestler. I don't know if you wrestled Little Mean Kathleen yet.
I did at Pro Wrestling Magic a couple months ago.
Yeah. He's been on our podcast. She came on. She almost came on twice, but I guess she must have forgot. And we're like, okay, it's a Tuesday. It's our day off. We already asked you where you want to travel. What is there any indie promotions in any other state that you want to go to that you haven't been to yet?
Freelance and Warrior Wrestling are currently on my list, as well as Glory Pro and AAW and AIW.
Did you get the chance to meet Billy Corgan? And what are your thoughts on Billy?
He was wonderful and very pleasant the entire weekend, and I had a great time at NWA, so nothing but positive things to say.
That's good.
Awesome. I love Billy Corgan. Like, ever since I was a teen, like listening to all his music, he is like one of the people that I think that is the world of, and I'm like, I would love to get him to come on here one day, but I know he's super busy with NWA and stuff like that. But dreams can happen. I don't know. We're still a tiny podcast, so you never know. All
right. So what's some of your favorite bands?
Kiss, Metallica, AC/DC, all of that kind of classic rock, and of course Pantera, Slayer, all that good stuff.
I guess I chose the right song for you on the promo video thing on Instagram. I chose Seek and Destroy.
Yeah, there was. I was like, I don't remember which one it was. There was a couple of songs on my story today.
Yeah, Korn's one of my favorite bands. I love Korn, Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park. Yeah, Tool's another great one. Metallica. I'm starting to get into in this moment. I think
If I didn't name Metallica, they're also on my list, obviously. Like, how could they not be?
Yeah, I heard in this moment's another great one, Hailstorm, and I'm actually starting to get into this new band. It's called Spirit Box. You're familiar with them or?
I was gonna say, for no apparent reason, that you should just check out X from Japan.
X?
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any wrestler from the past that you coordinate your character with?
My character is influenced by wrestlers from the past. For example, the Dynamite Kid, of course, and Chris Benoit. Those people in that kind of style of wrestling, obviously.
No dead air.
You're dead air. Go ahead, Joe.
I already said my.
Oh, do you have any stories from the ring that you would like to tell, or?
Man, it's really hard to remember things. I can't remember anything. I hate being put on the spot like this because I forget every story that ever happened. Oh, it's not your fault. I should just maybe work on my memory. But yeah.
All right. Do you collect anything?
Wrestling, figures and all such stuff, books, DVDs. I have like a whole wrestling collection going on.
That's cool. Geek collects pops. I
have a huge pop vinyl collection. I better stop right now because they're just going to take over my whole house, and I'm probably not going to be able to get in the door pretty soon.
Pops are pretty cool. I haven't gotten into those yet. I don't want them to take over my house.
Yeah, the minute you open the door, it's going to be like, they're all just going to fall over all the place, and I'll be like, oh, great. Because I won't be able to get in the house. That's how much pops I have.
We have a question from the audience from Mima Mania.
Yes, what's the question?
What got you into wrestling, and when did you start wrestling?
I got into wrestling when I was a really young kid. I was like 3 or 4, and I fell in love with wrestling the second I watched it. I remember seeing SmackDown. I don't remember like any matches or anything. I just remember that it called to me, and I knew that was what I was gonna do for my life. And when I was 16, I finally decided it was time to start. So I went to Johnny Rod's school, World of Unpredictable Wrestling in Brooklyn, and started training.
That's awesome.
What are some of your favorite movies?
Point Break from '91 is really definitely one of my favorites. The Great Gatsby, both of them. Yeah, those two are definitely on the top of the list. I also really like horror movies. So, Nightmare on Elm Street, Chucky, all that stuff.
Insidious was probably like the scariest movie I've seen.
I remember somebody told me The Shining was scary, and I watched it, and then I realized how much the idea of scary had changed from that time period to now.
Oh, question from our favorite person.
It's our favorite person.
Austin. Gonna go with Austin.
But yeah, so like for me, like Insidious was one of my favorite horror movies, though.
It's pretty good. I definitely saw it, and I saw like the trilogy of them or whatever. I enjoyed them. So,
like, out of what would you legitimately say would be like your wrestling style? Like what would you say would be your style?
It's a mix of a little bit of everything. If I had to like slap a label on it, I guess it would be like strong style for sure.
Yeah, I'm a huge Japanese strong style fan, so I loved all the matches actually. Like I said, the one with Layla Hirsch was great. The one with Megan Myers, the I Quit match was absolutely awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
I watched the one with you versus Kaya. Like yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. I watched it because we were supposed to have Kaya on, but she rescheduled her date, and I watched that match, and I was like, "Oh my god, check this lady out." Okay, oh, I found her. Oh, she has an email. Let me send her our little letter, and then boom, bing, boom, here she is on the screen with us. Ding, ding, ding.
That match apparently led to this. So
yeah.
But I enjoyed that match also. That was my first match back with Beyond after returning from Japan.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have, yeah, Joe.
Sorry. You go.
If you have anything to say to Kaya, we're having her on the podcast, so we could say something.
Tell her when she meets me she meets me in the ring again. She better be ready.
Got it. Duly noted. Okay. Geek question.
I just did.
Okay. We already got the food. We got the collections. If you ever made it into the Bullet Club, what would your shirt be called? What would your thing be on your shirt?
I could not answer that at all.
You never know. You could be the first female ever to make it into Bullet Club.
Joe, she doesn't want to answer it because if she makes it, you know.
I know.
I really couldn't. I'm not that creative to be able to come up with that on the spot.
You could call it Dynamite Club or something. I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe I'll have my own club coming out. And just keep an eye on my social media.
Oh, we will. If there was a little boy or a little girl that came to you and said, "I want to become a professional wrestler," what would you tell them?
That they need to have the heart and the passion and the love for this business, because it's going to take a lot of sacrifice, but it's also going to give back 10 times over those sacrifices. So if you really want it, then give it your life, dedicate your life to this, and you will succeed.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling.
Somewhere doing somewhere great. I can't even imagine where I'm going to be a year from now, much less 5 years from now, but definitely in wrestling doing something great.
Yeah, like any of these big companies are stupid if they don't pick you up, you know?
Yes. You deserve it.
Time will tell.
Because you're so good in the ring, and you deserve it.
Thank you.
Anything else? I got nothing else.
Is there any upcoming shows you want to promote?
Oh, well, Borscht at the Beach is definitely one of them. That will be Beyond and WWR doubleheader on September 19th at Patty's Beach Club in West Warwick, Rhode Island, if I'm not wrong. But yes, it will not be streaming live. I made the mistake of saying that earlier today. It will not be streaming live. It will be released as 2 different shows later on IWTV. So if you want to catch the show on September 19th, you'll have to go live to Patty's Beach.
Okay. If anybody wants to go and get your merch, where can they find any of your merchandise?
Y'all can find my t-shirts up on prowrestlingtees.com /masha slamovich. And you can DM me personally for hats, trading cards, from Indie Deal cards, and from BBM Japan and Marvelous cards. I have hats, 8x10s, stickers, wristbands, a whole bunch of stuff. So just DM me on Instagram, Facebook pages, or Twitter.
Will it be wrestling at the show, or
I will, but you will have to keep an eye on the announcements to find out what I will be doing on the show.
Okay, I know. I'm just asking if it's been announced yet or not yet.
Not yet.
Before our mod's head explodes, do you have any pets?
I do. I have one parakeet.
Aw, parakeets.
When I was living in Japan in the dojo, we had 16 dogs and 1 cat, and one of those dogs was pretty much mine because I was just with him and taking care of him all the time. So he was a lovely Akita dog named Haruma.
Favorite wrestlers growing up?
Chris Benoit, The Undertaker, like Shawn Michaels, Fit Finlay, those type of wrestlers, the hard-hitting style.
Yeah.
Is it
What else?
like what is there? Which is the moment that you said this is I want to become a professional wrestler?
Just after watching wrestling for, like a couple of matches maybe on TV, so maybe like 15 minutes, when I saw it, I just knew, like, it spoke to me, and I didn't really have to question it. It just felt right.
Was it a certain match that you said that this is it, or moment, or?
No, just seeing the intensity and the fight and the story and how it told a story and made me feel, and it was violent and aggressive, and I like that.
So you got anything?
Oh yeah. So, how was it growing up in, like, Did you grow up here, or did you grow up in Russia?
I went back and forth between Russia and New York.
Okay. So, did you watch a lot of wrestling when you were in Russia? To know what you wanted to do, or was it like you watched it more when you came here? When did you start watching it?
It was a little harder to catch in Russia, but I would try to always catch WWE when it was on TV. But we certainly had no indie wrestling that I could find at the time. It was in existence, but I wasn't aware of it that long ago.
Would you rather take a chop from Walter or a forearm from Minoru Suzuki?
Both. Like, I'm down for the challenge. I've never backed down from any, and I ain't gonna back down from either one.
Go see, you gotta be tough.
There you go.
Hey, you're hanging out with Slamovich. You gotta be tough.
Tough.
Can't get scared. Gotta be tough. We actually have stickers also. Geek, you have the stickers on hand?
I have the stickers right here. I have to get up though to show.
We always do sticker trades with wrestlers.
So.
Cool. Yeah. If you want one at the end of the show, you could DM us if you want one.
Noted. Thank you.
I'd be happy to send you one, so you can tell your friends. Trying to think what else. We talked about your shows, your merch. Movies. I'm trying to think what else we should talk about. All right, I don't know what else to talk about, Geek. I'm done.
I want to thank you so much for coming on, by the way.
Thanks for having me on tonight.
Yes. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And
thank you, sir.
We know you're gonna be somewhere really soon, because you're a great star, and your star is gonna keep going up there, girl. You're gonna giving you the dudes at Ringside Magic right now. You're going. Your star is going, girl.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Oh, wait.
Wait, you have one more?
Oh, favorite TV show.
I don't really watch TV that much, man. I just watch wrestling.
Okay.
What was that show that I watched once? Oh, House. House was pretty great. Love that.
Yeah. Me and him are huge Rick and Morty fans.
Rick and Morty's good too.
All right, that's all.
All right.
Have a good one. Thank you so much. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was fun.
That was a fun interview. That was a great interview, Joe. Right?
Thanks, Joe. You're welcome. Well, guys, don't forget to go on Pro Wrestling Tees and pick up one of Slamovich's t-shirts. And if you want any of her hats, her cards, her autograph pictures, DM her, and she will help you out with all that stuff. And don't forget to check out your local indie scenes and all the information. She said all the information in the show that's coming up soon. And on September 11th, there'll be a VPW show. Never forget. The dude and the Panther and the Geek may be there. It's still up in the air. So I'm handing this off to Geek before I keep talking.
So we got VSK versus Stockade, which is going to be a great match. We have the tag title match, and then we have the coach returning. So from his injury.
Yeah.
So, and then Wednesday show we got the Balor Club guy. So remember, you guys, special show.
Joey has knocked me, man. He's mean to me, man. It's me all that, man. You know, man. Well, just see you guys Wednesday for the AEW all out prediction show. Good night, everybody.
And wait, we forgot.
What?
http streamlabs.com/dudes at ringside. http streamlabs.com/dudes at ringside. And I just want to say, hope everybody in Louisiana, St. Louis, all our friends are okay over there. We pray for you guys and stay safe to everybody who's watching the show. All right, Joe?
Have a good night and see you guys on Wednesday for the AEW All Out show. Good night, everybody. Peace out.